Welcome all runners to the event safety and information video for this coming weekend's Raffertys Coastal Run. Really looking forward to welcoming you all to beautiful Raffertys Resort on the shores of Lake Macquarie for this trail running event. Before we get started, I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional custodians upon whose land we will be meeting and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Right at the top here, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the event sponsors of the event. Number one being the naming rights sponsor, Raffertys Resort, who welcome the trail running community onto their land each and every year for the event. The other sponsors I'd like to thank at this point in time are Tailwind, Tarkin, and also the event supporters. Namely the local residents of both Raffertys Resort and Murray's Beach, who allow the event to come back year after year, and we all invade their quiet little parcel of the world. The number one thing I'm sure on a lot of your minds is the weather. There has been a lot of rain and quite a bit of wind up at Lake Macquarie earlier this week. That will mean the course will be quite wet and slippery underfoot. There will be sections that are muddy, creeks will be higher than what they normally would be, so you will be getting wet feet and it will be muddy in parts. We will try to adjust the course where possible to avoid the worst of those areas, and there might be some course adjustments as well to avoid any sections right on the coast which could be impacted by any large coastal swells as we monitor the forecast into Saturday. So please come prepared for that. Maybe bring an extra pair of shoes for the trip home, and when out on course, make sure you follow the course directions which will indicate which way to go, as there could be, as I said, some slight changes to try to avoid the worst of those areas. A big safety thing for this event is for all course distances. At different points in time, you will be either crossing or running alongside roads. Those roads are not closed and they will have traffic travelling along them. So you need to stop and give way to any cars. The cars will not give way to you. Alright, so anytime you're on a road, make sure you're in single file on the left, watching out for any traffic. If you're crossing, stop, look both ways, all those things you would normally do. Normally where there's a road crossing as well, there'll either be traffic controllers and or marshals at those locations. They are there to stop you, they are not there to stop the traffic, as I said. So please listen up, pay attention to those marshals. If you do have headphones in, anything like that, as you approach a road crossing, there's normally a sign indicating there's a road crossing ahead. Best to stop that music so you can hear the directions of the marshals. They are there for your safety. The next thing I want to talk about is that you will need to carry plenty of water with you. It is a minimum requirement of 500 mils per person. But for some of you that are going to be out there for longer, you will need to carry more than that. So please come prepared with plenty of water. Even if the conditions are slightly cooler, you still will be going through the water quickly, so make sure you carry plenty. We ask out on course that you watch for other users. There could be other walkers and runners out on the course. We do not have exclusive use of the trails, so please give them plenty of space, show them respect and allow them to enjoy the course as much as you are. Unfortunately, you could also come across some illegal four-wheel drivers or trail bikers on the course as well. They shouldn't be there, but they do have a habit of getting into the national park south of Caves Beach and the headland south of Catherine Hill Bay. You'll probably hear them before you see them, so if you do hear a vehicle approaching, make sure you stick to the left once again, stay in single file. Normally, seeing a whole bunch of runners out there will mean that they're not going to be able to do what they want to do, so then they'll leave, but please be wary of them if they are out there. If you can also please have respect for your fellow runners out on course. If you are on a narrower section of trail and you have runners behind you that obviously would like to get past, please stop and let them pass at the first opportunity. Likewise, if you're behind a slower runner and you would like to get past, if you kindly just ask them to move aside at the next opportunity so you can get past. Don't just barge your way past, please. That would just enhance the overall vibe of the event for everyone involved. Especially for you runners on the 36 kilometre course, there are a couple of sections down past Catherine Hill Bay where there will be two-way traffic and the trail could be quite narrow. Please make sure you watch out for other runners coming the other way. Give each other plenty of space as you cross over that Catherine Hill Bay headland in particular. It's only for a few hundred metres where there'll be that double flow of traffic, but just watch out in that section. You can also please make sure that you all take your rubbish with you. Anything you leave on the trail, make sure you pick it up, take it with you to the next aid station where you'll be able to drop it off. That includes the tops of gel wrappers, all those sort of things. Make sure you take every last piece with you and dispose of it thoughtfully. If we can also please show respect to the local residents of both Raffertys Resort and Murray's Beach. We will be passing just off their back fence or their side fence quite early in the morning, and a lot of them might like to sleep in on Saturday morning rather than be disturbed by you all running past. So if you can, keep noise to a minimum as you're heading out on the start of the course through Raffertys Resort and through Murray's Beach to give those residents that peace that they desire. That would be greatly appreciated and help the long-term future of the event. For parking on Saturday, due to the weather, some of the areas we normally use for parking could be too wet for us to safely park you on, so there might be limited parking in the resort itself. There will be parking marshals at the event. They'll be directing you where to park, where the next available spot is. So please pay attention to them and follow their directions. Don't just jump in the first spot that you see. You can also please make sure at this point in time that you're not blocking anyone's driveway, blocking anyone's access as well when you're parking in the resort itself. Once the parking in the resort is full, you will need to park further out on the streets of Cairns Wharf itself. The parking marshals once again will be out there directing you where to park. Follow their directions. It could mean that for some of you arriving later for the shorter distances, you might have a bit of a walk to get to the start-finish area, 5-10 minutes max, so please plan accordingly for that. Allow that time in your morning preparation. Bag drop will be available at the start-finish as well as per normal, so you can leave a bag with us to save going to and from your car after you park. The course will be very heavily marked. There will be lots of pink tape indicating you're on the right course, red and white arrows indicating which way to go, and red on right wrong way signs indicating which way not to go. So please follow those course directions. There will also be course marshals at critical locations making sure that you're going in the right direction. And if there's any split on the course where 36 kilometre runners are going one way, 22 are going the other, things like that, there will be big signage there to indicate which way each course should go. So please keep an eye out for them and follow those signs accordingly. The start procedures for Saturday morning. We will be doing a staggered start of 2 runners every 5 seconds. It is a self-seated start, so please sort of line up in accordance with your goal times, and then we'll start 2 runners every 5 seconds to prevent any congestion on course. Remember, your time doesn't start until you cross that start mat. That being the case, it will take around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the size of the field, to get everyone started. So please just be patient while we make that happen on Saturday morning. Lastly, when you're out on course, please make sure you give a big thank you and appreciation to all the volunteers that will be out there. We have over 40 volunteers signed up for the event to help out. They are giving up their Saturday morning so you can enjoy the event. So please give them plenty of love when you see them out on course. And thanks once again to all those volunteers. that's everything from us at this point in time. If there's any further updates, we'll make sure to keep you all informed. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you all bright and early on Saturday morning for Raffertys Coastal Run 2025. Thanks very much.